Hi there. So for those of you that are having a little bit of trouble with a pesky spirit, no judgment. I'm here to listen, not to judge. And I'm here to just instruct. And as I said, I do not claim that anything that I say is 100% accurate or is 100% going to work. But hopefully these will give you some options when you're in a fix like this. So many people I've heard on social media especially have had trouble with having a spirit that just won't go away after a Ouija session. And it's really scary, and especially when they start to vocalize and they start to materialize and they start to become quite aggressive. And I can tell you this, for the most part, this is how it is. So, portals are open for a limited time. Depending on the portal and where you are and how powerful you were, and just a bunch of other variables that I'm not going to get into. Sometimes the portal will be open either shorter amount of time or a longer amount of time, and there's so many variables that may occur during that time. So many people will say, well, once you open a door, it's hard to close it. I beg to differ. If you understand how a door works, you will understand how to close a door. If you've opened a door at any time of your life, have you ever struggled with closing it? Probably. But when you figure out that there's a lock mechanism and the key works and there's all of those technical things that are actually quite simple, you realize maybe it's not as hard as people say it is. And the reason this being is a lot of people have opened doors and not really understood the nature of the door. They have not understood how they opened the door in the first place. And that's why a lot of people warn others about Ouija boards, because they are potentially portals for spirits at times, but they don't always have to be. So what I'm going to be doing is, here is my planchet, here is my spout, and now we're going to get the spirits and pour them out. Yes, they're going to be gone. I know that's super cheesy, but here we go. This is me. So first of all, what you're going to do with your Ouija board, the Ouija board that you summoned the spirit with, you're going to want to use that. I know that's scary. I know that's really scary for you, but you're not going to open the session. Because if they're already materializing and pounding on things and doing things in your house, there's really no need to actually contact them or communicate with them, because they're already communicating. That's kind of like making a call when someone is still in the same room, okay? It doesn't make much sense. So what you're gonna do, you're gonna take your planchet and you're gonna make 3 circles counterclockwise. If I'm going the wrong way, that's okay. Correct me. Do what you're supposed to do. And then you're going to go 3 times the other way. And however you want to say, you could say, okay, now make sure that it's in the center. It's in the center like this. It probably doesn't look like it's in the center, but it is, as far as I know. And then you're going to say, okay, I have opened the portal. I give you permission to go back to where you came from, to go back to your world, to go back to your dimension. Please, I hold no ill will towards you. I am not angry. I'm a little shooken up. But and be honest, express how you're feeling, how this makes you feel. If it makes you feel really shitty, if it makes you feel really uncomfortable and nauseated, say that. They say, okay, I have this feeling that you do not want to be here. You are stuck here because the portal probably closed too soon. So I want you to, I would like for you, if it is what you want to do, if you could leave this vicinity, because I don't think it's working for either of us right now. And you can say anything along the lines, just as long as you're respectful and you're assertive. You're not like, come on and get you, bitch. As long as you're not doing things like that, that's fine. And then I want you to verbally say goodbye. I'm going to say, I say goodbye to you. Goodbye. You could just say goodbye. Then what you're going to do is you're going to make a figure 8 on the goodbye. You're going to make a figure 8 with the goodbye. And that represents infinity. The figure 8, that's infinity. If you get the 8 and you turn it sideways, you turn it on its back or its stomach, maybe, I don't know how you see that, but you get infinity, which means I am infinitely closing this. This is a door that cannot be opened again, and I don't want you coming back. I don't want you back here. It's not convenient for either of us. And a lot of the times, it's not so much that the spirit is wanting to be aggressive or wants to stick around. They don't have much choice. They don't have a means of going someplace else. So they're trying to get your attention. And as much as we like to think, oh, it's a demon, it's probably just a very frustrated spirit that is trying to get your attention and trying to say, I'm trapped, I cannot get out of here. So instead of thinking of the worst, think of if you were in their place, you know? And as I said, portals only stay open for a limited amount of time. So you have to think logically that if they're stuck here, they're not just stuck here to torture you. They're not just stuck here to torment you. They probably are very tormented and very tortured at this moment because they're thinking, how do I get out? Okay, well, the person that brought me here is probably might help me. But instead, you know, frustration builds. And just like anybody, if someone isn't understanding what you're saying and not giving you your needs, frustration is going to build up, and that can turn into anger, that can turn into a lot of aggressive things. And so it's really important that if you don't know how to handle something, get somebody that either has a fresh perspective, somebody that has a positive perspective about the paranormal, possibly a medium, a voodoo priestess, maybe a shaman, maybe someone of Native American descent that has some exorcism experiences, somebody that's very open to the spiritual realm. I would not get a religious figure, but it's more of someone who is more a spiritual figure, you know, somebody that is more open. Unfortunately, with priests and pastors and vicars and all those kind of things, they sometimes, it's amazing to me, like they believe in the Holy Spirit, but they're not open to the paranormal. So that's the only issue. And also, well, priests don't exactly have a good reputation, do they? There's some good ones out there, I have no doubt. I've seen them. They're beautiful people. But I've seen The Exorcist, and things don't usually go according to plan. So that's a simple way to get rid of your spirits. And if it doesn't work, let me know, and I can give you other suggestions. It's fine. Think of this as just another option.